Walk into any big box home improvement store in America and head to the back corner. You will find them lined up under the fluorescent lights. Carrier, Lennox, Trane. Brand names on every box. Manufacturers' suggested retail price stickers that make your stomach drop, and a salesperson ready to explain why the most expensive unit on the wall is exactly what your family deserves. Every HVAC technician I know walks right past all of it because we already know something that salesperson will never write on the proposal. These are not builder grade throwaways. These are not good enough for the price compromises. I'm talking about heating and cooling systems that share the same factory, the same compressor, the same heat exchanger with the brand names on those stickers and sell for thousands less because the marketing dollars went to the sister brand instead. After more than 20 years in the trades, I have watched homeowner after homeowner pay a $2,000 badge premium for hardware that came off the same production line as the system nobody mentioned. Number one on this list comes with a warranty so long that most people laugh when I say it out loud. I have recommended it to a dozen neighbors. Not one has called me back with a problem. Not one. Let's get into it. Number three is an HVAC system most homeowners have never heard of, even though it has been built in the same factory by the same engineers with the same parts as one of the most recognized names in the business. That brand is Bryant, Carrier's sister brand since 1955. Same Indianapolis manufacturing plant, same Copeland Scroll compressor, same stainless steel secondary heat exchanger on the top tier Evolution series furnaces, same part numbers. I have pulled Bryant data plates off equipment and found Carrier stickers underneath on the coil. That is not a rumor, that is Tuesday. I had a customer last spring, a single woman in her mid-30s who had just closed on her first house. The HVAC inspector flagged the 22-year-old Carrier as end of life. Contractor number one quoted $9,800 for a Carrier Infinity. She called me before she signed. I pulled up the Bryant Evolution 926TA spec sheet. Same 96.7% AFUE rating, same two-stage Copeland Scroll compressor, same lifetime heat exchanger warranty when registered within 90 days. One certified Bryant dealer later, $8,200 installed. That was 14 months ago. You know what she has called me about since? Nothing. Here is what nobody tells you about the Bryant Evolution series. The 926TA runs a two-stage gas valve. It spends most of its operating life on the lower stage, longer, slower cycles, far less thermal stress on the heat exchanger, less wear on every single component in the system. That gentler operation is exactly why these furnaces routinely hit 25 to 30 years in the field. US News ranked Bryant number 2 in HVAC brands overall. Consumer Reports puts it nearly identical to Carrier in reliability. Because it is Carrier. Bryant Evolution 926TA furnace plus 189 BNV heat pump, 3-ton, installed $8,000 to $11,500. The Carrier Infinity equivalent is $9,500 to $13,000. That is $1,500 for a sticker. When you shop, the 9 prefix on the model number means you are in the Evolution tier. Verify the lifetime heat exchanger warranty was registered. Confirm Copeland Scroll is listed on the data plate. If the house has a Bryant furnace from 1993 to 2011, call Bryant directly. There is an active enhanced warranty program covering secondary heat exchanger failures on those older units. It can provide free parts up to 4 hours of labor or $525 toward a new install. That is a company standing behind the iron it built 30 years ago. Buy this if your contractor only quotes Carrier. Skip it if there is no Bryant dealer within your service area because the install and service network matters as much as the equipment. But if you think Bryant is the overlooked one, this next brand has been installed in your neighborhood for 30 years. and most homeowners cannot tell you the name. Number 2 is the brand every HVAC technician in America knows, and most homeowners have genuinely never heard of. Ruud, Rheem's contractor channel twin, same Fort Smith, Arkansas factory, same Copeland Scroll compressor, same coils, same wiring harnesses, and in some cases the same unit with a different badge pressed onto the cabinet. It consistently runs $300 to $800 less per unit at the contractor's cost than the Rheem name that gets all the press. About 8 months ago, I had a customer, a retired gentleman who owns 3 rental properties, and he got hit with 3 HVAC proposals in the same month, all quoting Rheem. 2 of the 3 contractors had never heard of Ruud. The third one lit up when he asked. 3 Ruud Ultra Series installations later, $4,100 less than the original Rheem quotes across all 3 properties combined. 2 years, 0 callbacks, 0. Here is what nobody tells you about the Ruud Ultra U97V and UA20. The U97V modulating gas furnace runs 96% AFUE with a variable gas valve, producing long, slow, low-stress cycles that protect the heat exchanger the way every heat exchanger wants to be treated. The UA20 variable speed condenser goes up to 20.5 SEER2 with a Copeland Scroll inverter compressor. The evaporator coil is all aluminum rifled tubing, which is more corrosion resistant in humid environments than the copper tube designs you see on older systems. And every Ultra Series unit carries EcoNet Smart Diagnostics that log error history for the life of the equipment. When you are walking through a house and you want to know exactly what that HVAC system has been doing for the last 5 years, that log tells you everything. That is a massive edge. Forbes named Rheem and Ruud among the best HVAC systems you can buy. Consumer Reports puts them solidly above Heil, York, Comfort Maker, and Luxair. A Ruud Ultra U97V plus UA20 3-ton installed costs $6,500 to $11,000. A Carrier or Trane equivalent costs $9,500 to $14,000 and up. Before you buy, confirm Copeland Scroll on the data plate. Some entry-level Ruud units use a rotary compressor, and that is not the 25-year machine you are after. Check the refrigerant. Anything still on R22 is end of life, regardless of brand. Pull the EcoNet diagnostic log on any existing Ultra Series unit before you make a decision. Buy this if your contractor defaults to Rheem. Ask them directly if they can quote Ruud instead. Skip it if you are in a coastal salt air environment and the installer cannot source a micro-channel coil option. If this kind of straight talk is helping you, hit subscribe. I have more videos coming on what HVAC contractors do not put on the proposal. Alright, number 1. This is the system I recommend most when someone calls me before they sign. And every single time, the first thing out of their mouth is the same. I have never heard of it. Amana. Owned by Daikin Industries, the largest HVAC manufacturer on earth by volume. Built in their Waller, Texas Technology Park, one of the biggest factory complexes in North America. Barely advertised here because Daikin puts the marketing behind the Daikin badge in commercial work and the Goodman badge at the entry level. Amana is the premium residential contractor line sitting in the middle, and most contractors never bring it up because they are not set up to sell it. I had neighbors, a couple in their mid-40s, who got 2 proposals the same afternoon last year. $12,400 for a Lennox SL28, $11,100 for a Trane 6021. They called me before they signed anything. I asked one question. Did either contractor mention Amana? Neither had. I found them a certified installer that same week. Amana ASXC7 variable speed condenser plus AMSS96 96% AFUE furnace, 3-ton system, fully installed, $8,900. They registered online within 60 days. That was 18 months ago. You know what they spent on repairs? A $19 air filter. That is it. Here's what nobody tells you about the Amana ASXC7 and AMSS96. The ASXC7 uses a Copeland Scroll inverter compressor, the gold standard for residential longevity, full stop. The AMSS96 runs a modulating gas valve, meaning it almost never fires at full capacity. Long, slow, low stress cycles. Almost no thermal cycling stress on the heat exchanger. That secondary heat exchanger is stainless steel, and Amana backs it with a 99-year limited warranty. Not a typo. 99 years? Because Daikin builds it to last, and they know exactly what they are putting into the ground. Consumer Reports puts Amana in the favorable reliability tier. Daikin's North American distribution catalog is shared with Goldmines, which means a capacitor, a contactor, or a blower motor is a same-day pickup at any HVAC supply house in the country. No proprietary parts game, no 3-week wait on a circuit board. An Amana ASXC7 paired with an AMSS96, a 3-ton system installed, costs $7,500 to $11,500. That Lennox SL28 costs $11,000 to $16,000. The gap is not a promotion. That is brand perception versus mechanical reality. Here is the mechanic math. Buy it installed for $8,900. Run it 25 years. Spend maybe $2,400 total. Filter changes, 2 capacitors, 1 contactor. Total cost of ownership over a quarter century is right around $11,300. The Lennox gets there in about 12 years and keeps going. If I had to put a system in my own house today and run it for the next 25 years at the lowest possible total cost, I would put in an Amana and not think twice. Register within 60 days of installation, 4 minutes online, and it is the single most important thing you will do after signing the check. Confirm the stainless steel secondary heat exchanger on the spec sheet. Change the filter every 60 days. Clean the condenser coil once a year. That is the whole maintenance plan. Buy this if a certified Amana installer is within your service area. Skip it if not. The installer matters as much as the equipment, every time, with every brand on this list. So there it is, 3 HVAC systems. The industry forgot to market but never stopped building. Bryant, the Carrier Twin, that saves you $1,500 without surrendering a single component. Ruud, the Rheem contractor brand you have never heard of, that your service tech has been installing for 30 years. And Amana, the best kept secret in residential HVAC, backed by the world's largest manufacturer and a 99-year heat exchanger warranty that most contractors will never put on a proposal. Next time a contractor slides a quote across the table with Lennox on the top line, Carrier on the second, and nothing else on the page, you will know exactly what to ask for. I did a video a while back on fixing a $1,200 air conditioning repair for $11 in my own driveway. Same contractor markup playbook, just on your car instead of your house. The same logic that has shops bundling unnecessary refrigerant recharges into jobs that do not require them. It is the same logic behind every inflated HVAC proposal. That video is right here, like if it helped. Subscribe for more straight talk. I will keep giving you the truth. Dealerships will not. Drive safe. Take care of your HVAC system and it will take care of you. Take it or leave it. I will see you in the next one.